Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Bizfluent Podcast, where you can buy stuff somewhere eventually at the end of the podcast. And please like and subscribe. We are...
I don't remember the rest
the
of it.
hot Bizfluent Podcast.
We are the hot.
We get
hot.
all up in your business.
Why are we waiting? This is just shenanigans today. I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. I know I did. I was in New Jersey. It was freaking cold. New York City was warmer than New Jersey, which was really weird. And obviously I forgot how to operate the podcast while I was in the process. I hit the wrong video and I almost forget to hit record. So I'm like, what am I supposed to? Oh, the record button, dummy.
Oh yeah,
That. Elissa, how was your Thanksgiving?
it was good. We just had all the different family things, and did my parents on Thursday. Oh, my son ran he ran his first turkey trot, not his first
High
5K.
five. High five.
Yeah, he got his personal best time. He's 9, so that's exciting. Yes, sir.
What's a turkey trot?
It's just a 5K on Thanksgiving morning.
Okay. I didn't know if they actually trotted like a turkey or something.
No.
Call me stupid.
No. I mean, there are people that dress up like turkeys and they trot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess
right.
it works. And then we went to my parents, and then on Friday we went to Delta Downs horse racetrack.
To us.
Yeah, so we were both in the same state, and people were gambling.
I was losing money. I don't know if that's called gambling.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was doing good then.
That's exactly what Tillman likes. Tillman likes it when you lose.
So
probably not at Delta Downs. He hasn't had anything to do with Delta Downs, but
yeah, but we were over there for my my husband's grandmother's 80th birthday celebration was over the weekend. So the family went the night before, stayed together. My son then latched on to my husband's aunt and her kids, and they were all out at the track watching the horses and betting, and he really enjoyed that. And my daughter got to hang out with all of her girl cousins. Fun fact, I have no nephews.
You have the only grandsons?
I have the only grandson on all 3 sides of the family.
Wow. So much pressure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
But he likes it. So
I hope so.
He's embraced it. I don't know that he likes it, but now he has embraced it.
Yeah. There was what was that movie with the Showgirls where the guy was basically more or less raised by a bunch of women in burlesque shows and
I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it was Mel Gibson played the role.
What you like about women?
Not what women want.
That's not yeah, that's right.
I can't think of it.
No.
Hold on. We're in an age of Google.
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking.
So do you actually bet on ponies or no?
No, I know nothing about horse racing.
What was the name you remember? What was the name you picked? Because I know you picked by name, didn't you? You didn't?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you pick by name? The horse. The name of the horse.
Did I pick your name? There wasn't
No. Did you pick the horse?
How did you pick your winners? Did you pick any winners?
I didn't pick any.
You didn't gamble at all?
You didn't play slot machines? Because that's the other thing at Delta Downs is slot machines.
No, yes. So there were a lot of slot machines. Y'all, I'm going to be honest. I walked in.
What women want.
Hotel. What women want.
Is that the movie you're thinking of?
No.
Go ahead.
I walked into the hotel and just the smell of the smoke hit me hard. And so I did not have any desire to go into the casino area. It was just, I don't know if it's lower ceilings or what, but because we were in Vegas in February, right? At Mandalay.
Vegas has become more kid friendly. So they've the amount of, so Circa, which is an adult only, even now pumps double pumps. So they'll have their fans up top and fans from the bottom pumping. So I like Circa, or not Circa. Is it Circa? Yeah, Circa, the one down in the old strip. And so, because they're becoming more family friendly, they don't allow a lot of smoking now. But yeah, you go to Louisiana and it's still smoking.
Yeah,
I guess. So you're right. It is what women want, and I just for some reason I didn't. Yeah. So yeah. I knew it was Mel Gibson. I couldn't remember what, but yeah. So,
so did you? So you didn't gamble at all?
Nope.
All right.
We sat at the restaurant bar with all the little girls, and they went to play in the arcade for a little bit. They went and watched the ponies. Like, we would take turns taking them outside because it was a little chilly. But it was also just like the whole family is getting together. The whole family is there. We've got the extended family coming in. We've got my mother-in-law's mom, and we were there to celebrate my father-in-law's mom. So it was just, it's the time
all the things.
Yeah.
Well, then you and I are going to gamble. I'm going to bet $5 that JP won't mess up before the end of the show, and you're betting $5 he will. I'm giving you the favorable odds.
Yeah.
Okay. That way you can still gamble and have the spirit of gambling since you didn't get to experience it there.
I don't like this game.
I blew we blew about $1,800, but we were up a lot too sometimes.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean the rest of the crowd had their moments and took turns gambling and had fun, and one of them did really well.
But the Delta Downs is particularly smoky. Even when I was a smoker, like, because it's glassed off, right? Like how they got all the machines glassed. Is that not? They don't anymore?
Nope.
Oh, so last time I went to Delta Downs, they allowed smoking in a few other places, but like the slot machine area on your way back to go watch the horses, like was walled off with glass all the way around the machine. And like I walked in there, and I was a smoker back then. I mean, my wife and I had just gotten together, so 7 years ago, something like that, and man, like you walked in and I felt like I smoked a pack of cigarettes just walking into that thing. It was pretty bad. And so I can only imagine if they got rid of those. Like
and I'm sure like smoking across the country, I'm imagining has decreased. So maybe that's why they took the glass panels out, because they just weren't having as many smokers. But still, just so much of society now is all smoke-free environments, and so when you're put into one of them, I
am thoroughly against that. I am a smoker, but I'm a former smoker, and I'm not one of those former smokers that like hates on other people's smoking. Yeah. I'm like, if an establishment wants to allow smoking, the establishment should allow smoking, and the government shouldn't say anything about it. And if I, as a non-smoker, want to go to that establishment, then I must endure. If I don't want to be around the smokers, then I just don't go to the establishment.
Yeah.
Especially when we're talking about bars and casinos, it's like, hold on. So I can literally go throw my entire life savings away at a craps table while drinking my liver out of my body, and you don't want me to smoke a cigarette? There's something wrong here.
And that brings us to our sponsor, Zen Nicotine Pouches. Zen Nicotine Pouches are smoke-free and spirit-free and come in a wide variety of flavors and strengths for a fresh experience you can enjoy anywhere, anytime. Y'all didn't hear about that we had a sponsor?
Yeah.
So,
my son-in-law uses Zen, and he really, really likes them. And I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Like, while we were in New Jersey, I smoked 2 cigars. We were there for 7 days. I smoked 2 cigars. I'll go 3 weeks without a cigar, and then I'll smoke 3 cigars in a day. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. It just depends on what's going on. Speaking of, we need to get another guys' night together.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with cigars, though, is it's a social thing. Like cigarettes, you either smoke or you don't smoke cigarettes, and it probably was a social thing back in the day.
I disagree. It's still a very social thing. Like,
there's too many people that don't like it or hate it, or where you can't. Whereas cigars, I think when you go to a cigar lounge, you're in it. You're there. So I mean, Amy didn't smoke, and she was still there at the cigar lounge. So
yeah, but she's a very, very small minority. Majority of the time, even women who smoke cigarettes don't want to be around cigar smokers.
She's getting deported soon anyway, so don't worry about it.
Hey, it happens. It's Amy. I bid you farewell. I do. It's just one of those things where most of the time, people that don't smoke, they're like, wait, cigars are even worse. And it's like, well, technically not really, but when you're crammed in a small room with 15 or 20 other smokers, and they even when they have really good ventilation, it's like you're still smoking, like around 15 or 20 dudes smoking.
I love smoking cigars, but I hate cigar smoke.
Yeah. Well, I don't hate cigar smoke. I hate it when it's like filled and dank. Like I love the smoke ring. I think the smoke ring is an awesome place. They have great cigars, great service. Like the guys that run that place and the owner are incredibly knowledgeable about cigars. And so if you really want to get started, the smoke ring in Webster is a really good place to go if you're from the Southeast Houston area. Whereas like if I go to CDOT right here in Webster is another cigar location that's like, they have a really great selection, but they do not have, like, the guys aren't there to help you. They're not like, hey, let me show you. As far as I know, they've never even smoked a cigar. They're just selling them, right? It's almost like, they treat it like it's a drug dealer. Like they don't sample their own product. They're like, oh, nope. And so,
hey viewers, let's have you guys put below your favorite cigar joints in Houston. Well, shoot, around the country. What's your favorite cigar joint to go to?
Heck yeah.
We'll interject that in there.
Because seriously, Miami's amazing. I love you. Bye, lady.
No, I'm not leaving. I'm
Why are you trying to kick her out? Jeez.
Because I have something I want to
You win $5. He messed it up by the end of the show.
But we heard what JP did for Thanksgiving. He was in visiting family up in the bitter cold. Talked about my Thanksgiving. Josh, you were in Lake Charles?
We didn't ask because nobody cares.
All my family died, so I don't have any family over there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No. Let's see. We had a busy week. Like, I'm actually pretty freaking tired. So we did my parents on Thanksgiving after evening. We went to the VFW to have dinner with all the retired vets. And then we went to Amy's cousins up in Spring for dinner-ish, lunchish dinner in between. Then we came back home to be with my family and had a great time eating on charcuterie and just having a good time talking. May or may not have had some brownies. And then the next day we woke up bright and early and went to... Where did we go? Oh, then it was the dock.
If you had brownies, it was not bright and early.
It was actually pretty bright and early. No, I wasn't that bright and early. I think we left by. They made me get up because we do a celebration with gizzards. Like there's a family tradition of eating gizzards on Christmas and Thanksgiving where you just cook these gizzards in butter and onions and bagels. You eat bagels with it. I don't know where it came from, but my grandfather did it, and so we've always carried it on. But then we went to the boat ramp, the boat docks with all our friends there, and did a friendsgiving, and it was freezing cold. Mm-hmm. Then we did wake up sort of early so that we could get down to what is it called, Lake Charles, and meet up with our really close friends. It's like my brother and my sister. So we met up with Christian and Tyra down there and gambled and had a good time for that weekend. Then we got back and went and saw Theo Vaughn. And so we got back Sunday at like 10 o'clock and just crashed.
Speaking of Christian, this episode is also sponsored by
Deep Slop Shop.
Deep Slop Shop. Today, mine is sponsored by sugar-free cough drops straight from Walgreens. I bought
some Walgreens.
The 15-pound bag
because through the holiday season.
So it was crazy. I was sick right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Sunday before Thanksgiving, I got nasty sick. I lost 6 pounds in 3 days. So I got sick.
See, why are you paying for a gym membership? You just need to get sick. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, so here we go. So here. All right. So I told my client that owns the gym that I was going to be below 300 pounds come Monday for my weigh-in. Well, I was sick, and I was so sick I didn't make my Monday or Tuesday. Then I was going out of town on Wednesday, so I weighed on Tuesday, and I had gotten down to 296. Yay me, 296. So I wasn't lying, but of course I had to get sick to get it off. Then I go up there, and I told my wife yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, we were binging. Like, I've got to get myself back on. Now, granted, my binging it while we were in New Jersey wasn't as bad as it usually would be. Like, I stayed away from sugar Cokes and stuff with the exception of Colombiana, which is a Colombian soda drink. And like, I stayed away from a lot of the fried Colombian food that I would normally eat the hell out of. And I only had White Castle once. So like it was
White Castle. Did you see that recipe that came out? The White Castle stuffing or slider stuffing? Ooh,
no.
When I saw you get White Castle, I was like, he needs to make some stuffing.
No,
I'm jealous that you got to go to White Castle. I am so jealous.
Crystal's is better. I'm a Southern boy.
I like them both. I don't really.
He's like,
if I can find a slider place, I'm just happy. You know,
just give me a little.
They're so cute and fluffy and.
So I came back and I was so worried that like I had already, put back on 8-9 pounds, and I was like so freaking out. So I woke up this morning before I went to the gym for my weigh-in today, and I was exactly 300 pounds. And so I was like, sweet. So when I got home, I still hadn't eaten. I used the restroom and everything, and I was at 299. So I did. I'm below 300 pounds.
So what was y'all's favorite like Thanksgiving, non-traditional Thanksgiving thing that y'all had, or traditional? I was gonna say I had corn pizza. That was interesting.
Corn pizza
and sauerkraut casserole. That was actually really good.
That's really nasty sounding.
No, it was actually really good. It had like corned beef and sauerkraut and yeah.
Was it hot or cold?
It was hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what else was in it, but it was pretty good.
Okay.
I couldn't tell. That's the thing with casseroles. You can't tell what's in it. It's just it's a loop.
Yep.
You're like, tastes salty and good.
That's why I prefer goulash. Goulash is better because I watch the stuff go in because I put it on my plate before I mix it. Like,
hey,
non-traditional.
I don't know what it is. Is this time of day?
You're thinking of Thanksgiving food and it's weighing you down and making you sleepy. Should be over that by now.
No, I've told you. Go back and watch old episodes. You'll see me.
You're the yawner. I've had one or two.
So for me, it was really pretty traditional. We had most of the traditional stuff. I mean, I shouldn't say most. The main things. The only thing we didn't have was stuffing. That was kind of weird. But my wife does. We all call it affectionately crack rice, but more or less it's a either you can call it arroz con todo, which is rice with everything.
Your Spanish is so sexy.
Arroz con todo. Sí.
That was actually better. Sí. I was making fun of you a second ago, but that was actually pretty good. Look at how red he's turning.
No, well, so it's funny because every once in a while I'll get to teasing my wife, and I'll get out with my redneck Spanish, and I go, "Que paso, como estas?" Like, oh, yo soy muy bien.
I like it.
So,
Adios, mío.
Exactly. So, but yeah, no. So my wife makes this like weird. Not weird. It's really freaking good.
Did you say Mio? That's another sponsor. Mio, the
wrong Mio fool. She's speaking in Spanish.
I know. I'm just surprised how many sponsors we have. We should be banking.
Right?
Love it.
But so we had that, and that's my favorite thing. That's pretty non-traditional for most people.
Yeah, we had very traditional, because we only had one Thanksgiving at my parents, and it was very traditional. It was fried turkey, stuffing, gravy. I made the sweet potato casserole, fried turkey.
How do you make your sweet potato casserole?
Reveal the secrets. Mashed sweet potatoes, mixed with brown sugar and butter, and I think that's it in the mashing. And then the topping, I don't do a marshmallow topping. I do a candy coated pecan topping.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You always got to roast your nuts, though.
That's true. Elissa. Right. Elissa, come on.
That's what they teach you on Kids Baking Championship. I watch it with my children. Roast your nuts.
We have to put a 21 and up viewership on this thing.
Right?
I'm only giving you hell because you always give me hell when I make the comments. And now it's coming from Elissa.
Yeah. So, and then that was about it. So, sweet potato casserole is my favorite. Which is why I made it, because I wanted it.
So we're rounding out the cheer. Go ahead.
I think that's one of the most popular. I'd be curious to see, but I think most people like sweet potato casserole.
I absolutely love sweet potato casserole, and I can remember as a kid the first time somebody offered me sweet potato anything but casserole, or like sweet potatoes that you get on Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh, I can have that anytime. They're like, yeah, do you want a sweet potato? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, do you want butter? I'm like, duh, from the South. Yeah. They're like, do you want anything else? And I'm like, I mean, what else comes on it? And then they deliver it, and it's just like sweet potato. And I'm like, I always knew it was a sweet potato, but I never thought of it actually looking like a weird alien potato. Yeah. And so I'm like, all right, cool. And then I take a bite and I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
They're really good. I still like them. I like them anywhere. Anyway.
You eat beets?
I have to tell y'all something.
Uh-oh.
So I drove into town today. I drove to the north side of Houston. And I'm on 45 heading north. So you come around downtown on the Pierce Elevated, and you get to the other side, and they've got those two like billboards that normally have something funny on them. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Nope.
Oh, hang on. I got to turn my background off for this.
You took a picture.
Y'all seen this?
Enron, we're back. Can we talk?
Is that legit?
I don't know. I pulled up, so I found this on channel 11.
Did y'all hear that?
No.
Oh, I found a soundboard, so I didn't know if y'all could. Y'all can't hear that? Damn. I thought this show was going to go to another level, but apparently it's not. I can't hear that. Man, let's see.
Put the link.
Put exterior sound.
It might not do it because it's not going on my mic.
Hey, no. Put the link in the comment or in the private chat real quick.
But on the KHOU website, it says a company representing itself as Enron said it's relaunching and even announced the return with a new website and at least one billboard. There's even an account on social media with the name Enron. A video was posted seemingly announcing the company's comeback. The new logo is the same as the old company's logo.
I don't know if that's brilliant or terrible.
I mean, I feel like there's a missed opportunity here because we just had a renaming of the original Enron Field. Like, why not come back and just go ahead and buy the naming rights for it?
Okay, here we go. CBS News, the giveaway. The site's terms and condition underscore that the new Enron is a satire. The information on the website about Enron is First Amendment protected parody and represents performance art and is for entertainment purposes only.
Okay.
Girl, you got rickrolled. Somebody's just being stupid and they're bored. And apparently they had ass ton of money to be bored because they went to a lot of lengths.
That's what I'm thinking.
The website is not horrible, and then it has a countdown. See what's next. In 5 days, we have something very special to introduce you to. Put in your email. I'm not doing that, but
now it would be super cool. I mean, I guess not. It would be really nasty, but it could also be super cool. Is if they were just going to start executing the old Enron executives on screen, just like. Like, Ron, we're back.
Your humor is not the same as me. We're just gonna off some people.
Oh
my God!
I'm gonna bow out.
Look at the little evil person in my.
Yes, Amy. What are we even doing?
So it's funny. So like it was.
No, it's not.
It is. Have you ever seen Lewis Black?
Oh, the comedian who got basically banned and canceled. Louis C.K.
No,
not
Louis
Black.
C.K.
Louis Black. Yeah.
And so like Lewis Black was talking about the guys in Enron. He was like, these guys are the lowest of the low. These are the guys that literally were like the richest man on the planet was like, oh wow, that's really selfish. Like these guys literally took one of the executives from Enron, after shutting the company down and giving himself like a $10.5 million bonus, spent $15,000 on an umbrella stand.
That's reasonable.
If it was made from Martha Stewart's vagina, it would be reasonable.
I don't know. I think that'd be a lot to pay. She was in jail, so she'd get a discount. That was made in prison. Her whatchamacallit.
Alyssa's like, what am I doing here? I don't understand this anymore. Where is business at?
I just don't even know.
She brought up the fake Enron. It's not really your fault, JP. She brought up the fake Enron.
Thank you.
We were trying to have a serious conversation about Thanksgiving ingredients. She had to bring in fake Enron.
But she was trying to talk about business. That's what the podcast is about, is business.
Did you hear that?
And Elissa drinks a drink.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my speaker like right up on the thing and see if that makes a difference.
Just send the link to me.
Did y'all hear that?
No.
God dang. How does it? It's the link is myinstance.com. It's just like an online sound button thing. If you Google it, it'll come up. And there's a ton. There's like literally 100 sound buttons. I was like, this is what we need. This is what our show needs to really get thought of as a serious podcast.
Yeah, I saw this place and I was playing around with it last podcast, and I didn't really. Last podcast was too serious, and I didn't really want to. I didn't really want to do.
What if people like this version better than our guest interviews? That might be worrisome. There it is. I put it on the private chat.
All right, hold on. Okay.
Visit us. There you go.
Is that an owl? I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Do the death sound since you want to execute the Enron.
Y'all, you cannot say that word.
Execute?
In the
What if I meant execute?
Like, are you serious? Like, we can't say execute because
I wasn't saying killing people. I was saying
oh my god, you can't say that. It's unalive.
You can't say that either? Unalive?
People.
Oh, okay. God, all this. I'm not French, man. I don't know the French terms.
Yeah, that's
you
a total
shadow banned.
I don't think they shadow ban anymore. I think they just outright ban.
I don't think we're popular enough for them to ban us, period. And if they did, maybe that's a good thing because it's kind of like Jaguar, you know, how bad their thing came out, their ad campaign, but yet they're getting all the attention. So, you know, maybe that's what we need to do.
Oh, here's a good button.
That does not align with my brand.
It says Diddy done.
If Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over 1 billion dudes.
Oh, damn. Does that mean Diddy's getting his diddle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's definitely getting his doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
You know what we should do? We should make this an unreleased episode, and you got to pay $50 to see it.
Emotional damage.
Okay, on Diddy. I
Did he
think
do
it
it?
is very interesting that, and see, now I'm going to have the Beehive come after me. I think it's interesting that Beyonce was named the #1 rock star of the 21st century. There's going to be some stuff that comes out about Jay-Z, right? Like he's deep in it. No,
Man, all those people up there with that much money are just prone to do some weird stuff when they're not. I mean, we were talking about this the other day, and to bring it back to business kind of anyways, is we always talk about capitalism. It is bar none the best system in the world for business. The problem we have and what we should address is ethics in the executive levels of these companies, because the power and the greed is what changed it. And that's the thing, is like I can guarantee there's some weird stuff going on because people in power and the ones that think they can get away with everything, they do weird stuff. I mean,
look at the Enron thing. Like we just
do weird stuff.
All right, everybody, just so that y'all know, we were joking, okay? I don't want to actually watch anybody get murdered on television or
unalive.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that. It's a joke. But I have a very dark sense of humor, and, you know, it gets even worse than that. It really does. That's besides the point. Nevertheless, the thing is this. I think that when you look at even like the Enron type kind of stuff, that you have to turn around and you have to look at it and say, look at these people do. Like we're not talking about good human beings here. We're talking about like the people that have so much money that they get bored with like a regular life thing. You're so weird. Like you know, like they get bored with regular life things, which is just so doesn't make sense to us. And then you find look, even Donald Trump literally paid a freaking porn star.
I don't know.
Oh, is there another word for porn star? Can you not say the PS star? PS?
He paid
the Peter Piper.
He paid a woman $120,000 to keep her mouth shut after paying her an undisclosed amount of money to keep her mouth open. And so so here's the thing, is he paid her $120,000. That is almost twice the national average for household.
So what you're saying is you feel bad for him that he had to pay that much compared to the normal guy. That's what you're saying.
Well, I don't know how much I paid for it to keep her mouth, you know. I mean, so who knows? Maybe that's a killer deal. I don't know. It didn't work out for him either way. But I mean, the thing is so you got something like that. So then when it comes to these people that are, you know, involved in this craziness, it's like, you know, the regular things that we all take as a blessing to have, they're just like when we have mates, all three of us have loving partners that we get to cherish and spend our time with and our intimate moments and all that stuff. And they have so much money that's just become, whatever. Let me go pick up, you know, whatever Diddy's got hanging around his house, you know, one of the 1 million gallons of lubes he's got. So whatever. So I just, and I mean, I don't think it's right.
Stock went down on that after as well. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a surplus that got returned.
A lot of lube out there.
Yep. But it's one of those things where it's like you don't have to be rich for things to get monotonous, but it seems like they suffer. Can you turn that down, please? It's really loud.
This whole episode is filled with lube. And then look, get out of my thing. Gosh.
Okay,
like a meme.
I have to leave, and I am sorry to leave y'all with whatever is going to be.
This is going to get worse.
Fantastic week. I take no responsibility for any of this.
Sponsored by Elissa Emmons.
Everything she touches turns to sold.
How do I
live without you?
When you X out, you're bailing out.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye, lady. We'll see you next week. Next week is going to be a pretty awesome episode, though.
Yeah, we got some good guests coming up.
Yeah. We got a couple really good guests.
Thank God to keep us on track and not violate. What are the? I don't even know the violations you get from YouTube. What violation can we get? I would actually be proud of the fact if we get a violation on YouTube. Technically, they would not take our ad because we were too political when we didn't say anything political.
I know. Okay, so we need to explain that. So we actually were trying to do a promotion where we were paying for a promotion through YouTube to try to gain some viewership.
We were testing out different modules, different ways, see what where we can make traction.
And when we say we're spending money, like we're spending $20. It was a $20 ad that we were placing, and a potential of seeing maybe 100 people actually see our podcast come up. And so anyhow, they flagged it because I said something about the election coming up, which is past now. But I said something about the election coming up, and they're like, "You can't have any political in your advertisements."
That's a political ad.
Shame on you. I'm like, I didn't side with anybody. I don't care. This is my podcast. It's not a political podcast. It's a business.
Well,
podcast.
we don't care now.
Sponsored by that Cajun shit.
That should be every time we go off track, we got a new sponsor.
Right. Sponsored by Amy Parrella, who hasn't changed her last name yet.
Yeah. We're going to put you with the Enron execs.
I don't think she has that much money yet.
That's all right.
It was funny though, sitting in the middle of the meeting while we were waiting on our EDC votes to be voted in as part of the EDC for Seabrook.
What a bunch of hogwash.
And it was like, Amy, what's your last name, Amy? Serson S?
Salveron.
There you go, Salveron. And I was like, that's really weird. There's an Amy Salveron. Who the hell is Amy Salveron? And then I went through
Salveron. Like salmon. Salmeron. She hates it when I mispronounce it.
It's more or less.
Either way, they mispronounced it too when I watched the video. So we need to give the background of this too. If y'all don't, Economic Development Committee, both my wife and JP were applying to. Both of them have plenty of knowledge and experience to do this, and yet neither one of them were chosen. Ergo, why they were running, because everybody who's on the EDC has literally no experience in doing what the EDC needs to do. So Seabrook, amazing town and city, but government needs huge. I still don't want to do it, but I might run, man, just because I got more peeved at that. So
you should. I mean, like, I know you don't have time. I don't have time. I'm making time. It's worth it.
I feel like if we don't, then it's going to be the same crap, and this city is going to just keep diluting itself down to where Pasadena. Amy has a conspiracy theory, and I sort of think, to an extent, maybe I think it was going to happen regardless. But I feel like Pasadena may eventually absorb us, which would be terrible because it would be better for the system of governance, but we would become an industrial. I mean, they just keep pushing industry towards our town square and stuff. So. Which would be terrible. So, yep, I might run. I'm thinking about doing it.
And Pasadena is not a port town. That would give them the ability to have a port town, to be considered a port town. Kind of makes sense.
And who would benefit and make some money off that? Probably the city manager, who we won't mention her name.
Who makes way too much money.
Did
you know this is business? Did you know that a city manager of only 14,000 residents makes
12.
over two? Yeah, you're right. Well, no, we're like 13,500.
Oh,
Anyway, whatever. Like whatever. So it's 12, 13,000, 14,000 people, and she makes $200,000 a year.
207,000.
Yeah, 207. So 207. Let's just go by my numbers.
And possibly a free boat slip at the marina.
Well, no. Yeah. So I don't know what.
I'd be curious if that was true or not. That's a rumor.
Yeah, I don't
Yacht
know.
Club.
So what I do know is I know that the mayor at least is an honorary member of Yacht Club, but I don't know about the rest of council.
She's got her boat over there. And she's the one who gave him the 50 grand for the road that only affects them and their members. And it was right on the amount that she's approved to do without city approval.
Right.
Kind of fishy. Even if it's done on the up and up, and even if it wasn't done, what is that called? What did Biden and Trump do? Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
Quid pro quo. Even if it wasn't done for that, it's still conflict of interest in my mind. It's a little. Why am I going slow?
Why did you turn Indian?
I don't know. Amy, you're messing up my picture. So creepy. It's like she's on my shoulder.
So she makes like $14.79 for every person that lives in Seabrook.
And she hasn't even made me $14 yet. So she's cost me money.
Yeah.
Off with her head. Queen of Hearts.
That's pretty nasty. That's pretty horrible. We pair that.
That I want to off her head, or that.
Alyssa's not here.
Which
I don't
one?
care. Yeah. No, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
We can
We can
talk
be
about
crude.
unaliving. Yeah, we can talk about unaliving people all the time.
No, we are recording.
You are? Oh, so I can't.
Can you stay out of our show?
Can I not say it then?
No.
Oh.
Bye, Amy.
This is our show.
So
if you want your own podcast, go make your own podcast, okay? God, my wife is always trying to get into my stuff.
Well, I mean, it's only fair. You're always trying to get into hers.
Oh. Is that what I call it, a podcast?
Right. But I mean, so the thing is like, it's so I'm running for city council. I don't care. I'm tired of it. You should be tired of it. I think that the fact that we'll have the potential to make a little bit of money on the side from it, but I don't care. I really don't care. That's not even
in a legal sense. Make sure you're saying in a legal sense.
I'm a commercial real estate people.
I know, but I don't want people to take that the wrong way.
Yeah, no, I'm a commercial real estate agent.
We're gonna have government contracts with the military. We're gonna let Seabrook execute their army to go attack people, so we can make money on it. That's what we're gonna do.
Duh.
Yeah,
but I mean, seriously, it's one of those things where it's like, look. The people of Seabrook have spoken multiple times. The governance has still not listened. And one of the reasons why I didn't make it into EDC was because one of the council members that I won't say, but literally was like, hey, don't you think that this is a major conflict of interest? I said, no, it's not. I said, do I get a slight advantage because I know about the programs? But I can still get involved. I know about the City of LaPorte's programs. What do? I pick up the phone and talk to Haley Bowers. I talked to EDC in Deer Park today. I picked up the phone and talked to Debbie. If I want to go ahead and find out about what's going on in Kema EDC, then I turn around and I pick up the phone and talk to Isaac. The advantage that I have is just that I'm more intimately involved in it and I have the knowledge. But if I ever had a person come in that was dealing business with EDC, I would renounce myself. How is that a conflict of interest? There's 7 members on EDC.
If anything, if we've learned anything from the election, and I'm going to say this so gracefully that I don't hate anyone on either side. I certainly don't hate anyone on the left side, but there's definitely a side that I feel has better ideas than the other. And that's really what it comes down to in governance. It's not being Nazis. It's not racism. It's not all this other BS that you hear thrown out. It's about good ideas versus bad ideas. And the problem we've had, and this goes exactly to the point of these small city and even Houston, is people have gotten lazy. We thought, hey man, we've got jobs, we got other things to do. I don't have time for that. We're going to let other people do it. The problem with that is you dilute the pool of talent for governance and you get people with bad ideas. And it's not about, you don't get to be a city council member because you got good ideas. You can have terrible ideas and be a city council member. You don't have to be the president. You don't even have to have good ideas as a president to be the president.
So we just said there was 14,000, and we're rounding up a little bit, 14,000 people in the city of Seabrook, Texas. For the last mayoral vote, there was 650 roughly voters. This man,
which was a crazy amount considering if you saw before, it was only like 200 prior.
Yeah. And he won with 430 votes. 430 votes. It's like, how is it that our city is so uninvolved? And the reason is because people they think about national politics and don't realize that we can affect what's going on in our lives right here, right now, immediately.
Yep.
Get involved right here. You want to lower your taxes? I mean, like, yeah, sure, the county has a lot to do with it, but when it comes to your city's taxes, lower your taxes. Get involved. They're about to try to pass a bill in May, a bond bill in May, that is going to spend something like $12 or $9 million. I think between two bond bills, $9 million. One for a public pool in Seabrook that gets used by 10 kids, 10 separate days of the entire year, instead of disposing of the pool. And Josh just X'd himself out of life for some reason. He practiced Enron, but they're trying to. I'll be back in a minute, but they're trying to pass this bond for a pool. And you know what? If it's really something that the people want to spend $3.2 million on or whatever, then do it. And I'd vote for it in a heartbeat. But then to build a new police station in a fairly weird location in Seabrook anyway, over on the Repsdorf Circle, the roundabout. But I don't quite understand where it is and where and why we're doing the things that we're doing in our city. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't understand how we have so many dead shopping centers, like slumlord looking dead shopping centers. There's no houses in Seabrook that look as bad as some of these shopping centers around here. Like, we live in a great city with an incredibly low crime rate, with an incredibly nice, mixed, diverse crowd of people. And we have shopping centers that look worse than homes on Clinton Drive. And there's some homes on Clinton Drive that are rough. Like, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know how it's gotten that bad.
I don't know if you can hear me, JP, but I can't hear you.
I hear you very weird. That's
you can
loud.
Hear me? Okay.
And it's loud.
It's really loud.
Yeah. But while Josh is trying to figure out his problems, we're actually getting pretty close to wrapping up anyway. You know, it's been a fun podcast day. Nothing but a bunch of joking around and goofy people coming up with fake sponsors. Although that Cajun Chit, I guarantee you, if I got to Adolph, he would sponsor this in a heartbeat. Man, I tell you what, when it comes to supporting local businesses, I really like supporting local businesses, especially like in my city specifically, but anywhere in and around the Clear Lake area. I really like to sponsor local businesses. And I don't go to local businesses just because they're local, I go to local businesses because generally speaking, they're freaking amazing and they taste amazing. And the food's good. The service is good. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you now too. So, somehow my microphone, I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and now I can hear you. So
Yeah, but that's because your audio is now all running through your computer and you're not having any audio through your mic.
Sorry. Well, at least I can hear you. So
Yeah. Well, we're about to wrap up anyway. My puppy misses me. He's got a big head. That's a big old head. I don't know if you know that or not. That's a giant head.
That is a giant head. Big dogs are awesome.
I love big dogs. Okay. Sit down. Thank you.
What I miss?
Nothing. I just kind of went on a rant on our city. But anyway, you should run.
I'll close it out by saying I think that's the biggest thing that people need to do is we need people to start stepping up because good people need to step up for public service more often and for a while so we get this corrected.
So the thing is our when our forefathers wrote our Constitution and when they were the first people governing our nation, they never thought that it was a smart thing to have a career politician or have a career in politics. It didn't pay anything. It didn't pay much. It paid just enough so that they didn't lose money from not running their businesses and stuff like that. And so these career politicians that run all the way through their entire maximum number of terms and all that crap is just a load of crap. I'm not a huge Kinky Friedman supporter, but I tell you what, he's not wrong. Politicians should be like diapers and changed frequently, just like diapers. I hope I don't have more than one term. I mean, even if I have 2 terms, I hope I have 2 terms and I'm done. I'm not looking to be a councilman for a million years. I want to be a councilman long enough to get things moving in the right direction, to get people out of the chair and involved in our city so that we can get things moving the way they should be moving.
Yep. And we need a quorum to do it.
Yes.
Man, Jackie's fighting that fight though. I got to give her props. Jackie Rasco is really beating up the council as much as she can, but she just doesn't have the power.
Well, so you can only fight the inside so much when you're the only one on the. Well, she's got Joe, but Joe unfortunately terms out.
Well, I'm going to tell you, EDC needs to get completely wiped out again, and we need people with experience on it. And then we need.
Look, out of the 5, we can keep 1. You have one person in there that has, experience and going through stuff. I don't have any issue with that. Keeping one of the 7-year or 9-year people
you got them with experience in policy and how the EDC works within the city, but that's fine.
But they should be wrangling cats. Like 4 people should be in there, just killing it, trying to figure out different ways to bring business into the city. And that's the way all EDC should work. Not just here, everywhere. If your city's dead, there's a good chance your EDC is dead too. Anyhow, we are out. We have 2 more episodes this year. We are selling stuff, not for real. We are not supporting.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're definitely not supporting the execution of Enron officers on live television or not. We don't support
unless there's an interest for it and you guys are willing to pay a subscription.
I mean, subscription fees. $10 a month. I mean, I think it's worth it, right?
That's not bad.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Totally worth watching Enron guys die.
And Elissa will be the host.
She's going to kill us.
She didn't like it, but
yeah. Alyssa's going to unalive the 2 of us when she gets done watching this. But anyhow.
Which also can be a paid subscription if you would like.
Sell our souls and our lives. This isn't how this works. This isn't how that works. So we do have 2 more episodes, guys. The next 2 episodes are going to be super awesome. The very next one is going to be with Amy Reed of the Small Business Development Center from the University of Houston. It is going to be a great show. This woman does exactly what we were talking about our Seabrook EDC should be doing, which is helping people to build a better, stronger business. She is here to really, truly contribute to the entrepreneurs that are in this community. So she's going to be here. Man, she's going to be amazing. I hope to God you guys drop a bunch of questions in the comments below, because seriously, this woman is amazing. And she's a sweetheart on top of it. So I think that's it for the day. Again, brought to you by Dat Cajun Shit, Walgreens cough drops, a couple others. Dat Cajun Shit's local though. So
make sure you like, subscribe, follow, and comment. And if you'd like to be a guest, write us.
We need guests. Yes, we do. Otherwise, you get this.
I think Tino's good for January too. So we got three guests lined up.
After the next two episodes, so after their December 18th recording, release on December 19th, there will be no Christmas episode. There will be no New Year's episode. The first episode will be released on January 9th. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.